Last month, I was going through cataract surgery. I am amazed at the sophistication of the procedure and the results, but it had some interesting side effects and was pretty creepy to boot. My vision underwent a change from adequate short-range vision to great long-range vision and poor short-range vision. As they did each eye separately, I was trying to adjust to the push-pull effects of the surgery on my eyes and had many days with minor headaches. I wanted a hobby project that I could complete in a short time that would not require exceptional vision because the painting was simplified. So in this video, I'm showing off my 3D printed Ent Warband, and I'm taking you along for the ride. From selecting the perfect models to painting and customizing, I'll show you my choices and the results. If you're an Ent enthusiast or just looking for some inspiration for your next tabletop adventure, or what to avoid the way I did it, you won't want to miss this. Yep, I decided to go with big and brutal for this short project. I think this image is a hoot, and I may just try to model something that looks similar. I started by looking at various list builders to see what I could come up with. This one, which I found on the Reddit forum, is based on an Excel spreadsheet that gave me the following list and point total. I have not heard of the last March of the Ent's battle host, but selected that option. It's probably an error on the spreadsheet. Since I normally play games between Isenguard and Rohan, I am not very familiar with Ent army creation. This puts me at 950 points, which is a doable list in terms of figures. It's close enough to 1,000 points for this, plus I can always expand the list if needed. Then I found another list builder, called, oddly enough, the Middle-earth Strategy Battle Games list builder. I entered the same selections and came up with 810, there being no option for the battle host. This makes more sense to me. This will be a nice tool once they get the new edition and points cost. As you can see, there are a number of options once you get your list constructed. Summary exporting, PDF creation, and unit cards. This latter function did not download workable images for me, however, but in theory the cards will look like the samples shown here. If you know of any other Middle-earth strategy battle game specific list builders out there, please drop me a line. I mentioned before, maybe, that I had looked at the Games Workshop website and checked their prices. Here's what I found. Treebeard, $84. Quickbeam, $98. 4 Ents at $52 each, so a total of $208. That's a grand total of $390 USD. In terms of Games Workshop prices for armies, it's on the small side, but I wanted to play with the list before I plunked down big dollars for it. Plus, like all gamers, I wanted to do it my way. One of the things I wanted was the ability to have various sizes of miniatures. If you look at this scene, there are young and mature Treants in the battle. So I went hunting on my mini factory for what I had already purchased. Right off the bat, I was in luck. I am a subscriber to the Printing Goes Ever On, and as a subscriber gift, I was provided the Twisted Treant as part of a package for free. It's very imposing size-wise, and it has enough personality to be interesting. Next, I looked through the bundles I had when I was subscribed to Archvillain Games. They were a very creative group, and I initially subscribed for the Demon bundles. Most of what they did after that was not applicable for me, but I did get the Nature's Wrath Janir Ancients bundle. Currently, it's on sale for a few more days. The nice thing about their bundles is they list the contents and the base sizes that come with them. If you really like the STL and it's too small or too large, however, I think you can resize it in the slicer and see how it handles detail. I'd hoped to get most of my figures out of this bundle, but there were a number of them that did not fit on a 60mm base. They do have some that are very, very clever and in multiple sizes. A couple of them look like the Thing turned Olympian, which could be fun to have on the battlefield. As I mentioned, I noticed in the previous clip from the movie that there were young Treants involved in the attack, and this would help differentiate them. Then I needed a Quickbeam figure, so I started searching and came across Woodland Monsters by Master Forge. I had supported them in a couple of Kickstarters in the past and liked what they offer, so I got these at a good price. I wanted to make sure my miniatures were able to be identified by my opponent, so I needed a way to do nameplates. Fortunately, I had participated in a Kickstarter for this very thing. Wargname provides a series of Blender files that allow for custom-based creation. Blender is a free program, and so all you pay for is the customizer and the effort to learn how to use the customizer, probably about an hour of time if you have used computers much. Links to all these projects are in the description below. Painting the figures was pretty straightforward. I used contrast paints on all of them to do the bodies of the trees and the leaves. I then used washes, both acrylic and enamels, to add texture in a number of places. The rocks on the base were added to cover up places where the figures did not look right going onto flat bases. I used a mixture of kitty litter and crumbled quart pieces to provide a range of rock sizes. The static grass is from Woodland Scenics, and it's glued on with standard wood glue. The flowers and different colored tufts are from Gamer's Grass and can be purchased at Fortress Games and Miniatures. The unfortunate Uruk-hai is provided for a size reference, and the ends are all mounted on 3D printed 60mm bases. The Uruk-hai is on a brown base as I transition all of my pre-2000s miniatures, yeah, I'm that old, to black rims because I like the look more, and I've standardized on that for all of my miniatures. My family is off to Hawaii for the Thanksgiving holiday, so I hope to get in a game with these when I get back. By that time, the release of the Rise of the Rohirrim movie and new box set will be right around the corner. I'm guessing that my well-laid plans will change substantially.